Hello guys, I am here to start with the Linux tutorial. So we are going to start covering the first topic, okay? That is navigation files and lscd pwd and tree, okay? We're going to start with these four commands, so here we go. To begin with, I am working on a distribution that is called um, Rocky Linux, the version 9.7. Okay, as you can see, or maybe you don't know, but Linux is a operating system, or yeah, it's an operating system that has many flavors. That means that there are different products that take Linux as the source core and then customize the distribution uh, to different flavors. At least one of the most popular is Rocky Linux that was built lately as a continuation of the software CentOS. Okay, so just to get aligned, we are working with a Rocky Linux distribution 9.7. Okay, the 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 commands that we are going to start covering today is the ls command. Okay, it's like we need to identify where we are. Okay, navigation basics, in other words. For example, if I am in the terminal, okay, if I am in the terminal and I would like to know where I am, okay, where am I? The command to identify that is with a pwd command. For example, this is my directory. I am in that directory. Okay. If I change of directory, the command that we are going to use is cd. Okay. For example, I'm going to change to that temporary directory. Okay. And now I type one more time pwd, and we are going to be in that tmp. Okay, in a temporary directory. For example, if I want to know what's inside this directory, I can type ls command. Okay, as you can see, some files or directories were listed. If you can see the outcome in a listed way, you can type ls dash ltr, and you are going to see the outcome in a listed way. You're going to see the permissions it has, the owner, the group, and the date of creation, and finally the name of the file or directory. Okay. For example, let's move on to a directory that has more information. For example, the etc. Okay. I'm going to list the content, and there are more files, as you can see. Okay. If we want to check, if we want to list a specific file, we just need to type the name. For example, we're going to look for this file, resolve. Okay, it was listed. If I want to list also this Samba directory, I'm going to type, and we have those two files. Okay, if we add the d flag, it is going to just list the directory and the file itself, not the content of the Samba directory. If we remove the d, it is showing the file independently and also the content of the Samba directory. Okay. When we are listing some contents, we can a command has available some options that are well known as flags. Okay, we can use ls dash l, that is for listing. We can use the t, okay, that is for sorting, and the r for reverse sorting. Okay, if we want to check the information, we just type ls dash dash help. Okay, and you're going to see the available flags that are the flags that are available by a specific by this command. Okay, most of the commands have this option available. Okay, help dash dash help, or just dash dash h. Okay, so we are just using most of the command listing, then the letter T, for example, letter R for reverse sorting, the letter T, sort by time. Okay, so yeah, to clean the terminal, you can type clear, or just Control L. Okay, Control plus L. Okay, to clean the console, the terminal. Okay, so we have covered so far the PWD, PWD, where I am. Okay, I am in etc. How to list the content, ls command. If I want to list in a listed way, t, l, sort by time, t, on reverse. Okay, now if I want to change of directory, I can use the cd command. I am going to return to temp directory and list the content one more time. Okay, don't forget to use help if you want to know more details. Okay, the same for PWD, you can use help. There are some options. Okay, and finally we are going to use a command that is called tree to check the structure of a directory. Okay, for example, I am going to go to my home directory. Okay, I'm going to list the content. There's nothing. Okay, I'm going to create. We're going to see in the next videos the use of the mkdir command. Okay, but so far I'm going to create some directories, random directories. Okay, test master dog cat. Okay, I'm going just to create a random directory to show it as an example. Okay, I create those three. I'm going to create some files. We're going to see how this touch command also works in the next videos, so don't get overwhelmed. Okay, we're going to see how this works. Okay, just to show you some random content, how the tree command works. Okay, hero evil and wheel. Okay, and those files are text files. Touch. Okay, let's list. I have a test directory. We can do the following. We can list the content of each directory. Okay, or maybe we can use the command tree. Okay, tree test. Oh, I don't have the tree command, so I'm going to proceed to install it. Okay, I need to be super user. Just a moment. Okay, we're going to install it. It wasn't available, apologize. And now yes. Okay, as you can see, now we can see the tree of that directory. It is telling me, okay, the test directory has a cat directory, a dog directory, and master directory. Each directory has three files that are the same. Evil, hero, will, the dog has the same, and master the same. In that way, you can see the structure of the directory. If you want to know more details, do not forget about the help, that's the -- help, and you are going to get more details. Okay, that's information that we will be covering today or no. Okay, thank you very much for watching. See you in the next videos.